Is Shiva exactly the same entity as Sadashiva, or are we looking at two completely distinct states of existence? In mainstream worship, the names are often used interchangeably. When millions pray to Mahadev, they frequently invoke Sadashiva as another title for the physical deity holding a trident. But the Shiv Puran draws a sharp line between the two. In those texts, Sadashiva is specifically defined as the Nirakar Parabrahm, the absolute, formless reality. This state is eternal. It is the pure consciousness that existed before creation, survives total cosmic dissolution, and remains unbound by the three Gunas, the fundamental properties of nature that govern the physical world. If Sadashiva is a completely formless, eternal void, we run into a major question. How does the physical Mahadev we recognize actually manifest from absolute nothingness? Moving from a formless void to the material world requires a specific logic. To find it, we look to the Trika philosophy of Kashmir Shaivism, a system that treats the emergence of reality as a structured, step-by-step process. Kashmir Shaivism maps out existence through a framework called the 36 Tattvas. It functions as a roadmap for how consciousness filters down into solid matter. This diagram shows that hierarchy. At the very apex are the 5 Shuddha Tattvas. These top 5 layers embody the 5 cosmic acts: creation, sustenance, dissolution, concealment, and grace. Step 1 of this descent is the Shiva Tattva. At this stage, existence is just absolute, unmoving, pure consciousness, complete stillness. Step 2 is the Shakti Tattva. This is the moment kinetic energy awakens within that previously unmoving consciousness. In step 3, the Ishvara Tattva, that kinetic energy organizes into Gyana Shakti, the cosmic power of desire or intent. That brings us to step 4, the Sadashiva Tattva. This is the transition point in the cosmic descent, where the void starts to observe itself. Finally, the apex group completes its descent with step 5, the Shuddha Vidya Tattva. This suggests that reality doesn't just appear. Instead, consciousness must systematically step down its own raw energy through specific, structured stages before physical form can actually exist. The defining mechanic at this stage is Gyana Shakti, or knowledge power. The raw desire of the previous stage is now guided by the force of knowing. This knowledge power triggers the first internal sensation of the cosmos. It is the moment the sensation of Aham, meaning I am, recognizes Idam, meaning this. The paradox of the Sadashiva Tattva is that despite realizing I am, duality hasn't formed yet. The observer and the observed are still identical. Unity remains the supreme state, where the cosmic power of action, or Kriya Shakti, activates to push this pure awareness into physical manifestation. Sadashiva represents the precise threshold where total unity first realizes its own existence. So, returning to the opening question, are Shiv and Sadashiv the same or different? They are the same essence, observed at 2 different stages of cosmic evolution. The Shiv worshipped in temples is the manifested physical form that interacts with creation and the duality of our world. Sadashiv is the absolute root, the formless knowledge power existing in unity before the beginning of time. In this view, Sadashiva is less a character in a story and more a formal definition of a state of existence, the point where unity prepares to become multiplicity. Sadashiva remains the eternal threshold, the moment where pure consciousness opens its eyes and triggers the creation of the cosmos.